Okay, all right. I have no idea when I'll upload this. It doesn't really matter, regardless of what happens with Spurs and Memphis Grizzlies. It doesn't really matter. But Popovich has something to say about this Kings game, and I hope that he feels the same way I do, because I thought that the Spurs showed effort this game. I thought that was a big difference, and they just need to work on their turnovers. That's what I took from this game. Hopefully Pop is happy. From this steal, he doesn't look very happy, but we'll listen.
What did you see from the guys?
I can't hear that. You need me in my headset. Hold on. Now talk, Popovich. Now you have the privilege of talking.
I was really pleased with their effort. We in a situation where we can't make as many.
Spurs Twitter told me, what's there to be proud of? What is it? What's there to be proud of, Clan? What's there to be proud of? They lost. It's a L. Winner, loss. I'm a literal child. I want all my cake now. I want all of it now.
Youthful mistakes as we make. We just played an experienced all-star, a couple all-star guys in the playoffs, and it showed. But the effort and the grind, and I thought Zach was stupendous. He was just unbelievable. But they're all learning, and it's frustrating as hell to lose. But you got to put it in perspective and understand what's going on. And I'll replay a lot of mistakes in my head, but I'll go to sleep.
Jeremy's obviously.
That's what I'm saying. This is a good coach. He knows what he's talking about. I knew he'd be happy with this game. There's no way. I swear, guys, I felt like I was going crazy, because by the end of the game, I was like, did we watch the same game? Was I watching the same game with everyone else? Because the game I saw was a team that showed a lot of effort, played tough, and just lost. It was just a loss. It wasn't we lost because we shot ourselves in the foot. Maybe with the turnovers, with a young team, they're pretty bad with that. But it wasn't necessarily we lost because we shot ourselves in the foot. It wasn't we lost because we didn't show effort, which we've seen this season. This was a genuine just loss. You just lost. And that's okay. The Kings are tough. They're not an easy team, okay? They went to 7 games with the Warriors last season.
What is the kind of challenge for him to guard a guy like De'Aaron Fox on one end?
Yeah, well, that's why De'Aaron's an all-star. This is an education for 5, 6, 7 guys out there every night.
By the way, this isn't complacency, okay? Because some people will say Spurs are just happy with being complacent nowadays. This is not complacency. This is a objective view of what happened, and I think it is a informed view on what happened. It's a rational view on what happened, and he's sitting back and saying, you put forth the effort, you tried to play together, no one really got down on themselves. That's all I can ask for. I mean, literally, my perspective, the only negative thing I could take from this game is the turnovers and Julian Champagnie. Because I felt like he got in his head again. He got to stop doing that. He got in his head a little bit during that game. But overall, I thought the team did fine.
And they're taking it all in, and as long as they're competing the way they're competing, I think over time the mistakes will be reduced, that kind of thing. Hopefully it'll result in some wins.
That's all you can ask for. Our record is absolutely ridiculous right now. It's gonna get a little easier. It's gonna get a little more manageable. And the Spurs, as long as you show effort, you're good. You're fine. As long as you show effort. You want a culture of not necessarily a culture of winning. You want a culture of winning, but you want a culture of fighting. You want to fight. No matter what, you want to fight. You want to put up a good fight. And I thought the Spurs did that. I did. I thought every single player that stepped on that court put up a fight. They didn't lay down. They didn't just say, woe is me, we're going to lose. They came into this game and punched them in the mouth. And I immediately, hold on. We'll listen to, I know you guys say I pause a lot. I know, whatever. But I immediately went on, and this is why I didn't listen to anybody, and I just tweeted out without looking at any comments. So when the game started, hold on. Just so you guys know I'm not lying, this is the first thing I said. Now, this is the Spurs teams we were watching before. Good jobs. Kings will punch back, but punch back harder. We were up by like 18. I fully expected the Kings to come back. I fully expected it. I mean, there was no way, because I didn't think that they were playing hard. We were the aggressors, and I was like, okay, and once they get aggressive with their talent, with their experience, it's going to even it out a little bit. And all I wanted the Spurs to do is stay in that game. And they did. They fought the whole time. All right. Sorry. What were you saying, Pop? Hold on. Let me go back a little bit. He needs to say it for the people in the back.
They're competing. I think, over time the mistakes will be reduced, that kind of thing. Hopefully it'll result in some wins.
When you mentioned the preseason, that this season was going to be a little more about winning than learning.
That was our hope, and it still is.
Is that
Wait, I did not hear a word he said. I'm so sorry. What did he say? Hold on. I'll listen, and then I'll relay to you what he said.
a little more about winning than learning?
Hold on. Gosh, dang it. Hold on.
Result in some wins.
When you mentioned the preseason, that this season was going to be a little more about winning than learning.
That was our hope, and it still is.
Okay, he said that Popovich during the preseason, you said that this season was more about winning than learning. I don't know if Popovich said specifically it's more about winning than learning. Like, he said that we're going to try to win, and that's the focus. I don't know if he said it's... I don't know. Maybe he did. I don't know. My memory's kind of shot on that. What I do know, however, is that Popovich gets this question like every night.
That was our hope, and it still is.
Does that make the losses more frustrating than they were a year ago?
I don't think about things like that.
I think you got good minutes from Sandro tonight.
I love the way he plays. He hasn't gotten many minutes.
Talking about Sandro.
but He
Sandro.
moves as well as anybody.
I said that too. Please, Popovich, please say defensively he moved, because his feet are so active. He was so engaged the entire time he was in there, and the entirety of his tenure, like I said, tenure, his entire time on the court tonight. I loved it. I loved the effort. That's what the team needs to do. That effort that he showed, moving your feet, paying attention, not ball watching. He was engaged. He was all over the place. It was very reminiscent of like what we saw from Wemby before we even got him in France. He's like so active all over the place. That's what you want right there.
On our team, probably he and Doug move better than anybody.
I think he meant offensively. He's talking offensively. He's definitely, when he say him and Doug, he's talking offensively. Yeah, because Doug defensively isn't great.
The first half, is that the struggles that have been there the last couple of games? Is that
No, closing every quarter is important. Last 3 minutes of
Sorry,
every
didn't mean to
quarter.
do that.
The first half, is that the struggles that have been there the last couple of games? Is that
No, closing every quarter is important. Last 3 minutes of every quarter, sometimes the most important parts of the game.
Oh, okay. Yeah, a lot of people were talking about that first quarter and how they allowed the Kings to come back. And I was like, I don't think they allowed the Kings to come back. I think the Kings are just a better team. I told y'all he was DL 2.0. I love you, July, but every single player that comes to San Antonio, someone says they're DL 2.0. I mean, I do it as well. Like when we got Trey Lyles, I was like, oh yeah, he's going to be like in placement of Kyle Anderson, and Kyle Anderson was DL 2.0. So yeah, get that a lot. Dude, by the way, just a really quick mini rant. It's not really a rant. Dude, I'm still frustrated by that post. I think I showed you guys this on Reddit, in which they said, oh man, I really hate Clan because he says the dumbest things. And they gave an example of something I never said. Like, it was like an example saying that I said that Trey Lyles was going to take the place of LaMarcus Aldridge. And I'm like, I never said that. What are you talking about? Why would I say that? I never once said that. Like, they were just making things up. They hate me on Reddit. All right, good stuff, though. Good stuff. End this segment.